Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today. My name is Mel Rose, and I'm here to share your daily aspects. Today is Tuesday, June 14, 2022. The sun is in Gemini, sign of the twins, sign of brotherly fidelity and good news that comes in twos. Mercury joined the sun in Gemini a couple of days ago, bringing in the excitement of fresh information. Collaboration is key at this time, and it's important to remember that our words have power. This morning, the moon is full in Sagittarius before making ingress to Capricorn later on. May the full moon in Sagittarius fan the flames of passion in your inner quest for expansion and opportunity. Gemini and Sagittarius, both mutable signs, air and fire. They're complementary pair that bring a lot of inspiration in for us. I left the key to the symbols off the page today, and I'm looking for your feedback. Please let me know your experience and whether you think it's important to your experience of the aspects. We start today on the sun side of the page where we explore the outer life. This is about how we interact with the rest of the world, who we are, and how we show up in our work, social, and civic lives, and how we express ourselves in those spaces. Sun goes in opposition to moon at 6:52 this morning. Central Standard Time, friends. And this is the full moon's big moment. When sun and moon are in opposition, they can literally be seen at opposite ends of the sky. In this case, the sun will be rising as the full moon sets. The sun is reaching its point of culmination. The longest day of the year is a week from today. And the moon's culmination at this time can have us feeling more emotional and excited about the things that are going on in our outer lives. Our emotions about how things are going for us at this time are indicators not to be ignored as we seek to celebrate what we have achieved so far. On the moon side of the page, where the transits and aspects affect our inner lives, this is how it feels to be ourselves, who we are in our hearts and homes and among the people we choose to keep close. These aspects are brief, but sometimes impactful in terms of the stuff we think, feel, know, and intuit. At 9:38 this morning, moon goes sextile to Saturn. Capricorn, Cancer, and Aquarius, these are your vibes. This is a very steady as she goes kind of vibe. Our emotional and intuitive life feels level. We feel strong and capable, and we can use this to our advantage by tackling conversations or interactions that would usually be difficult for us. About 20 minutes later at 9:58, moon goes square to Neptune, Cancer, and Pisces. Something may not be adding up in our approach to connecting with others. Perhaps there is an imbalance where we are not being correctly or fully informed. There is a chance that we might deceive ourselves here without meaning to. Over the course of the next week, Sun and Venus will each make similar aspects with Saturn and Neptune, where one is in a more positive light and the other in a more challenging light. And then a couple of weeks after that, Mercury will do the same thing. That's 4 of our personal planets putting themselves in a position to notice the way spirit and structure balance one another. In this case, we see our feelings about the creative flow that seem Mercury that seem murky. It's kind of hard to know how we feel or what we'd like to do in terms of our creativity, and it may put us in a position of feeling confused, like we aren't sure what's going on. But during the same 2 hours of the day, we gain this emotional and intuitive support from Saturn saying, you can handle the confusion. And if it means you have to speak to the manager, you can handle that too, with maturity and an even-handed approach. Our void, of course, today is a little over 7 hours long. That's a void, of course, moon there, of course, making its last aspect in the sign of Sagittarius before moving into Capricorn. This is an excellent space of time while Moon is between signs where we can get in touch with our own feeling and intuitive hearts. Meditation, journaling, and any creative practices you can use have important conversations with yourself and with spirit are recommended during these hours. This afternoon at 5:14, Moon makes ingress to Capricorn. Moon rules Cancer and Saturn rules Capricorn. Moon in Capricorn puts us in a frame of mind to remember the work we're committed to, the goals we have set, and to really put our hearts into it. And then at 6:37 this evening, Moon reaches its perigee. Perigee is the Moon's closest approach to Earth, to us, in its constant orbit around us. The Moon's distance has an effect on the tides, on the way water moves in the world, and this applies as well to water element things like emotion, intuition, and creativity. Right now, as a result of perigee, everything we experience in terms of our inner lives can feel more intense than usual. Don't panic, the Moon leaves perigee fairly quickly and will be back to its farthest point in another 2 weeks. We have some ongoing aspects. Mercury trine Pluto continues to provide the blessing of insight through the 19th, which is this Sunday. Gemini, Virgo, and Scorpio have rulers here. One of the things we're looking at, because of Pluto's generation-long fascination with overturning our traditions and institutions, is how we personally respond to the demands of culture, especially when culture asks us to do things that perpetuate the oppression of ourselves and others. For example, as a woman and a queer person, I have participated, often unconsciously but not always, in behaviors that I now realize worked for me to save face and do what was expected of me, but truly contributed to my own diminishment and the diminishment of people like me. I have excluded people, even knowing the pain of exclusion. I have taken advantage of cultural benefits without concerning myself whether those benefits are available to or working for everyone. I've learned little lessons about this along the way, especially at times when I did what I knew was expected of me and then experienced a loss as a result. This could be a loss of self-confidence or positive self-image, but I have also lost people, jobs, and other positive, helpful connections because of blind obedience to what culture wants from me. Pluto, this is through 6/19. Pluto is retrograde through the 8th of October. Pluto is a ruler of Scorpio. Pluto in Capricorn says culture is changing. As the generations progress and come into their own, I'm seeing that we have changed our minds about a lot of things. Changed minds create a changed world, and that's what we're living in. A world where practically nothing is the same as it was just 30 years ago in terms of traditions and the institutions we rely on. Pluto's retrograde in Capricorn says, I am changing. We've had an excellent, even elegant opportunity here to grasp consciously what is going on in our unconscious as individuals and a collective. And this means we have some power to direct the changes we're experiencing. We have the power now to say, I may have some idea what culture wants from me in this moment, but I also know that I have to express myself and my hopes for the culture of the future and my place in it. Saturn is retrograde through October 22. Saturn rules Capricorn and Aquarius. Saturn's retrograde is also here to talk to us about how we respond to the rules and restrictions that culture lays down. If my plan for present and future security is predicated or propped up by some other people having to sacrifice what I will not, then it isn't a stable approach. We build solid foundations for ourselves in the form of policies and regular habits so that we don't have to experience the instability of relying on someone else's sacrifice. And sure, no person is an island. We can't do everything by or for ourselves. And the fact that we're social creatures who create networks for everyone's support is one of the beautiful things about being human. But we can seek to be reliable to ourselves in ways we have previously relied on others. Saturn in Aquarius wants us to build foundations on the ideals of balance and equity for everyone. Saturn retrograde in Aquarius asks us to take on personal responsibility for our own support and security so that others aren't burdened unnecessarily with our care. Tomorrow, Mars makes a conjunct to Chiron, putting us under pressure to take action to solve a problem. This Thursday, Sun goes trine to Saturn and square to Neptune on the same day. And then this Saturday, Venus goes square to Saturn and sextile to Neptune on the same day. So we have this conversation about the balance of structure and spirit coming up a couple more times this week. And we'll have a third quarter moon in Pisces next Monday, June 20th. And that's it for today's astrology, friends. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Please like my video. And if you know someone else who may like it, please share. You can also subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. I post here every day, and I wouldn't want you to miss a thing. Also, friends, thank you for leaving comments to ask questions and to give me encouragement. Again, I would appreciate any comments you have about the key to the symbols that I left out today. Your support in that regard helps me know when I am on the right track, and it lets YouTube know that you're engaged in the content, and that helps a lot too. So double thank you. If you want to see the tarot portion for astrology today, I invite you to join me on my other page, Astrology Today and Tarot with Mel Rose. There we talk about the tarot card that sits on the side of the page, go over the day's aspects again, and then play another tarot card that may give us something more to think about. I hope to see you all there. As always, I am grateful to you for including me in your day. My love and appreciation go out to you. And I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today.